This is a series taken out of my legless four-drawer dresser saga, so they are the same videos, but I wanted to break out the leg making portion of it. Okay, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I have a lathe. I have a couple lathes. This is the Delta 12-inch with the speed control. That's what drives the wood. I have the extension for it for doing longer stuff. I was making baseball bats, so I learned a lot about spindle cutting and cutting hardwoods. So you don't need a lathe. If you come across a dresser, you can just order legs that are already have the threaded um, a bolt installed in them. You're going to pay some for them, but it's like 12 or 15 bucks for the shorter ones. It's not bad. It saves you time. All you need to do is get them, put a little finish on them, screw them on, done. Simple. But if you have the capability, this is what I'm doing. I had these laying around. I'm going to go with the American style MCM taper. It looks like a rocket ship from the 50s. This is more of the European style, and so I'm going to cut these three to match this guy. That's how I did it before. I have a special thingy here, but it's not this one. But this is what I like doing when the wood is really hard, is I just put this in my baby bandsaw. Um, uh, yeah, actually, it goes in as a square, just flat, goes in, gets zapped. And I use the fence and I put this plus sign on the end, and that really helps the blades get a good grip. So other than that, I do have a bunch of wrenches I bought from thrift stores, and so this will tell me when I've got that final thinness that I'm looking for there, and then I just use I use a caliper to figure out where I want the taper to be. So that's pretty close to the setting there. So anyways, yep, I'm going to match this guy and those two to this because this is the thinnest. And so I think they'll be fat enough on top to where they'll be um, thick enough to hold the hanger bolt that's going to go in the top to attach to the dresser. So that's what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to go through a little bit of my process here. I've got it trimmed down to just a little sprig there and a sprig there. So that's I'm going to give a big shout out. I'm not sponsored or anything by these guys. Where'd it go? Robert Sorby. I've used it so much I've worn the information off it, but it's the basic parting tool. I just went in after I got most of this done. I thinned that out, so now it's just going to be easy to cut that with a Japanese handsaw. I thinned this end out, and then what I did was I took it down to establish how thick I wanted this end, and then out here was basically, this is a cylinder to here, and then I want it to run in a straight line. That's the American style mid-century modern look. And this is more of the European style where it's got a more rounded shoulder. And so, I mean, there is also like just the kind of the cone, which I kind of hate, where it looks like it's just an ice cream cone with just a straight taper all the way down. I think that looks silly. Looks like a Jetsons, like a cartoon thing. Anyways, so a couple things. This is number 2 secret weapon. The parting tool is not really a secret weapon. This actually helped take the extra material off in a hurry. It looks like you're gonna stab yourself in like into the wood, and this is gonna hit you in the stomach. But it doesn't. It cuts in a hurry. Again, Robert Sorby tool. So I really like that tool for some of this stuff. And then really the ultimate weapon, and the old time wood turners are going to hate this, but if I need to go in a straight line, this it's a Robert Sorby tool, but this helps you because it's so wide. It really helps you see if you need to cut in a straight line or kind of straighten out a piece of wood. You do a little bit of scraping, and it helps really travel over a distance and give you a nice consistent line, whether it's a cylinder going this way or that angle running in a straight line this way. I made baseball bats with this, and for the barrel where you're traveling for a long ways, I guess it's a 1 inch, and you need to maintain that line and just get it to the point where just a little bit of sanding cleans it up and gives you, like I said, just a really straight line. That's the guy you want. I'm going to move this for a second. And then the other thing I'm going to show you is, I don't know if all lathes have them, but there is a channel here that your finger fits into. And so, let's say I grab this guy again, my spear tool here. So if you're holding this, you just get the angle that you want set on here. And so this moves it, this is the banjo, this moves it in and out. So you get the angle that you want. And then, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Anyways, you tighten that up. And then what you do to match that, to make the cut that you want, is you just slide your tool back and forth. That's where this one, I mean, you can do the gouges and the spindle gouges. Those are the ones that have a scoop. Let's see if I can grab the right one. Where'd it go? Again, never scripted around here. So yeah, this guy. So you can drag a cut. You can see it's got kind of a trough and a curve. It's like a fingernail at the end. So you could drag this along, and yeah, it will give you a cut. But for these technical and repetitive things, I just find it's more of a no-brainer. If I'm not doing a lot of turning, I'm kind of losing the feel for it from time to time. That just, you put your finger in there, you hold this, you run it back and forth, you just kind of shove it in there with your other hand a little bit, and then you can just scrub off a nice straight cut, and you're 80% of the way there. And then, like I said, you use the big scraper, give it a quick finishing cut, and then a little bit of sanding, and you got yourself a table leg or a dresser leg or whatever else, footstool, pet food holder leg, anything you need.